Yeah, you know, so this is Sarge Kingston, you know. And every day the man want me prove something. Like me in a courthouse. But you see me have nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston, I have nothing to prove. What do you want me prove? Lord of mercy. When me say start? Nothing to prove. And me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove. Cause every song that me do, it make the people move. And each and every day me say yes, me improve. Me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say Admiral Bailey have nothing to prove. Hey, him a the man who give you the la move, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say King Yellow Man have nothing to prove. Hey, him a the man who give your body move, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove. Cause every song that me do, it make the people move. And each and every day me say yes, me improve. Me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say Barrington Levy have nothing to prove. Hey, him a the man who give your money move, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say yes, Jatamas have nothing to prove. Hey, him a the man who give your shoulder move, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove. Cause every song that me do, it make the people move. And each and every day me say yes, me improve. Me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say General Trees have nothing to prove. Cause minibus driver, they on the move, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say Professor Nuts have nothing to prove. Cause him na the boss, me say him a make a move, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say Shaggy and friends have nothing to prove. To help out the children, that a big move. Me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove. Cause every song that me sing, it make the people move. And each and every day me say yes, me improve. Me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove, and me say Sly and Robbie have nothing to prove. Cause the taxi, me say they on the move, and me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove. Cause every song that me sing, it make the people move. And each and every day me say yes, me improve. Me say nothing to prove, and me say nothing to prove. Sarge Kingston have nothing to prove.